Hey guys, good morning everyone. Today is August 6th, 12:37 a.m. and we are going to discuss your requested stocks. And if this is your first time to watch our video, we are doing this every single day. I collect the requests from all of you guys, and I check the comments every single day, and that's my basis of our review for the next session. So, like in our session today, so I was able to read all through these stocks that you guys have requested. So, as soon as I click the check mark, that means I've already noted them down and I shall include it. There you have. So I have it on my record. Yes, AGI, I'm going to discuss that. MWC, yep, I've noted it down. Uh, this, I think, are marketers. So let's skip that. SECB, RLC, I also have that. There you go. And yeah, Chi Chow also wanted to find out if BMC is already a good time to start accumulating volume. Of course, our ever loyal Samuel Tudoro, always very helpful here. He said, "Hi, Chi. If you're a long-term investor with a 2 to 3 year horizon, the stock is very cheap." Yes, I would have to agree with you, Samuel. But we'll talk more about it in a little while. If you're short term, it'll be based on the technicals. In the end, it's your decision. I agree. Manila mining. Okay, we'll also uh, cover that. Actually, that's the chart loaded on my screen in Instagrams. And let's take a look at AXLM. Okay, that's from Trevor. Okay, there you have it. The rest from the requests here were from the previous day, so we've already covered that in this video. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I'm really going through each comment that you post here, and that's my basis of prioritization. Okay, so if this is your first time to watch, feel free to hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're always updated. I promise you guys, if I may not be able to record it early in the evening, even though it's very late at night, like this one is 12:40 in the morning, but I am still recording because I know tomorrow or later around 9:30 the market opens. I just want to make sure I have something for you guys to refer to, and hopefully could help you in your trades the next day. Okay, so that's our daily rigor. Right, so I have all the stocks with me now. In the meantime, let me cover our index first. We always go through the index before we start discussing the individual performance of our stocks. Okay, so this is my setup. I have my Bollinger Band. I have my RSI. Of course, the volume is very important, and these are just the only indicators that I launch every single day, and I don't really tinker the settings. They're all default settings here. Okay, so let me go through PSEI. PSEI, well, as you can see, the stocks on my screen, almost all the stocks that I have here are green, not just the ones on my watch list, but the other stocks as well. Most of them recovered, and pretty much you've seen how the index has quickly recovered from that downtrend, and it respected the support that we have created here. Um, Actually, the day before yesterday, I was really very pessimistic about my expectation. I said, so when this day came out, I said just be extra prepared because we might see some uh, bearish sentiment in the coming days. But good thing the next day it recovered, and I said we're not safe because we need to see a price ending much higher than this red days candlestick in the next 3 days. So today is day two, and we managed to uh, end at a much higher price than the start price of this red candlestick. So I think this is already a good sign. We might see some more recoveries in the coming days. But as always, people might be taking profit. By the way, we don't trade index here. The reason why we are discussing index is because the 30 major companies in the Philippine market comprise the index. So potentially, if you see price bouncing at the moment for the index, uh, expect that a lot of our blue chip companies are also bouncing. So there you have it. So I feel that there is a big possibility that we might be pushing the price some more to the upside, just in case people might take profit. We might see some stabilization here before it takes off. But overall, we're very near that. Well, we have another support over here, but I am now seeing some more bullish movements, but still, I would like to retain our support at the 5,694 level. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss your request. For CHP is the first one. Hold on. CHP. Okay, wow, nice candlestick today. So this is a good formation. I think we have reached the bottom. In fact, this candlestick was already your trigger. However, if I'm a trader, I won't get in yet because there was a resistance here at the MA20 line. But today really is the best hint or your sign that it's not okay to get in. Okay, so look at that. We have even reached a much lower bottom over here. And then your RSI is giving you bullish divergence. So automatically we feel bullish if we see that. Now, so I'm thinking of just in case, because that's a 9.89% increase. If people will be taking profit anywhere from 0.95 to 1 peso level is already a very cheap price. Now, again, um, the technicals might look favorable to everyone, but another thing which I am not covering in this discussion is fundamental analysis. Try to understand the nature of the business, see if it will be if it will survive if it will survive amidst the pandemic, because there are some companies that were badly hit in terms of revenue during this time. So try to understand the cash flow and all the financial health of the company. Okay, so well, let me see. 2019, they were not able to show us Q1 and Q2 performance in terms of revenue. So maybe check out PSE Edge. This is Q1. Q1 shows a 47% decline, which is just half. Um, the quarantine started March, so that means January and February we were still okay, but it was a 47% drop in revenue. So how much more if they show their second quarter revenue? We don't really know because that the entire quarter we were already in a lockdown, so we don't know if CHP is able to operate um, with full capacity. We don't know. Just check probably the Q2 earnings. In the meantime, if we are going to talk about technicals, yes, this is very attractive. Bullish movement, solid 9.89% improvement from previous day's performance. So try to catch it over there, and then if you feel that this stock is just worth trading, not for long term, go ahead because the setup is already this is already treated as a bottom fishing. Bottom fishing is when you enter right at the bottom, uh, just in time for that bounce. Okay, AGI. As for AGI, also looking good. See that, but very minimal movement though. The performance today is just considered flat. Not much movement, even though it's a red, but it's just within that range. One thing you need to take note of in this setup is the volume. Okay, minimal movement, but a lot of people entered. Your RSI is also at the oversold level. That means it's already at a cheap level. So if you are a position trader, some position traders are already starting to accumulate. They do test buys? They don't buy all at once in one area. So probably they have started already buying some shares here, and if they see some more bullish actions, then they add some more. That's how they do it. So at least we're very close to that recovery that we have been waiting for. The next one is BDO. Okay, another good move. All right, second green day today for BDO. As you can see, that's a 4.42% increase in the price. However, you have to also take a look at our our MA20 line, and because in our MA20 line, it is currently at your, no, the price level is currently at your MA20 line. But I'm not saying it will not break that, because who knows, tomorrow we could even have a gap up, slight gap up, just crossing that MA20 level. So for instance, we start over here, which is slightly higher, and then we start moving higher. Trigger the upper Bollinger Band and retest your support, and then continue to move higher. We could even have that kind of movement. Okay, so just watch out for that. In the meantime, if we will see some profit taking in a, within the day, I'd still plot probably this price level as our support area, just being conservative, just in case people will take profit. Can still ride the movement by waiting or catching it very near your support level. DMC, okay, this is another stock that really shows promising setup. As you can see here, this is already the second day that it has displayed a bullish move. Similar to BDO, we are now going to challenge our MA20 line, that if in case we break that, then we have just broken the downtrend channel over here. So the goal is to see it start at probably 3.73 and then start to push the price higher. See that? In the meantime, if you're to look at it, this is super cheap level, very discounted level. And let's take a look at their dividend. So let us say you get this at 0.23. What is 0.23 over 3.73? 0.23 divided by 3.73. That's a 6%. So for instance, this stock gives out 2019, 2020. Yeah, once a year it gives out a dividend. So if you want to be a long-term investor for this stock, that's already an average, especially if you're able to get this at this level, okay? Because the previous dividend was, well, it's a little bit higher, so that's good. But imagine if time will come, that this stock recovers and you manage to get in around 3.73. That is a solid 6% gain every year, right? So there are two ways to look at it. If you're a long-term investor, is what Samuel, I think it was Samuel who said, yeah, it was Samuel who said this. So you're already at a very cheap level, but putting numbers onto it, it's a 6%. If you're to get in around this level right now, and then you get or an average, right, 0.23. If you get around 0.23 per year, then that's a 6%. But what if 2 years, 3 years from now, the price has already gone up to, let's say, 8 pesos. So 3.73 minus 8, or 8 minus 3.73, that's already around 5 peso gain. And then by that time, if the price is already 0.8, and let's say you get 0.48, we still base that according to your entry price. So if the more or the cheaper you get it, and let's say there's an increase in the dividend, that means the return on your investment is much higher now. For instance, let's look at 0.48. 0.48 is the dividend per share, but you got that for only 3.73. So that's a 12.8% increase. Okay, so if you're just looking at the dividend as your means of passive income, and it recovers after how many years, you have a good, just looking at it at 0.48, looking at it at that amount. So who knows, someday, 3 years, 4 years, or even 5 years from now, it could reach to 1 peso. And then, of course, since you got that at a cheaper price, so 1 peso divided by whatever the amount, then you got a 30%. But that's just forecasting the amount. So that's a 33% return on your investment per year. So that is if, okay, we have reached the bottom, and the next course of action is it will go up. So that's how you look at it. But what if it goes further downwards? But if it goes down and you're a long-term investor, then, and if you see the financial health of the company is just okay, you know that they won't be closing down. DMCI, a lot of their projects are always sold out. So I think this is one of the more stable holdings company in the country. So honestly, I feel positive about this company. But then again, just find your entry. This is the support that I see at the moment. We're just hoping that it continues to break that MA20 line. If it does, I feel like it's a few cents difference. Go ahead and also consider that. If you're conservative, you could either wait between 3.41 to 3.73. At least there's still you get the best potential or value for your money. So our support right now is 3.41. Next, SCC. In SCC, wow, almost all the stocks are just right there at the MA20 line. So really, make or break day tomorrow, guys. We don't really know. Maybe people will take profit. There's a 4.40% increase in just a span of a day. And what if some people already started from here? So that's already a 10% increase. So that means, just accept or embrace the fact that we have no control. We don't know who among them bought at this level and how much is the volume. Then if they take profit, maybe it could revisit 9.44. For conservative players, they could enter at that area. Some players or some traders would wait for a breakout of the MA20 line to really confirm that, hey, we're not declining anymore. Okay, because right now this is still moving below the MA20 level, and with that, this is still in a following the downtrend channel. But if we bounce again at 9.44, then that just strengthens the support that we have plotted here. It is a support because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 days of moving just within that range, that solidifies the support. The next one is SM. Okay, SM managed to do a gap up, but people took profit right away. And I just feel like, see this? There's a red, there's a green, but we did not engulf it. Currently, what's interesting here is we did a gap up, but then we ended just at the same level that we had here. So I just feel like maybe we might stabilize first within this price level. That could be a possibility. Over here, there you go. We could be stabilizing at the 838 level before it goes up again. People have already taken profit and we're very near that support once again. So overall, if you're looking at SM, how much is the possible income? If you're talking about long term, there's still a promising setup over here, right? Next one is SMPH. SMPH also is holding on to the support that we have here. This is the support that we see, and it is still respecting that. There's a slight overshoot below the support area, but it quickly recovered and we're now much higher. 28.66 is the nearest support that we are seeing. Okay, so if you want, just wait, or you could actually start accumulating. The nearer you are to 28.66, the better. Actually, the area where it is at right now, that should already be okay. So if I'm to go back to the rule of thumb here, by tomorrow we want to see this engulfing this red candlestick here. We should see it and much higher than that starting price, so we can be more confident and we have more conviction that it is indeed starting to go up. URC, I like this stock. I just need more money to buy some more volume. Well, I don't have a position in URC as of yet because I entered here and I already took profit. But I really want to enter again because URC is one of in demand companies nowadays because they manufacture food with longer shelf life. I don't have a detailed list of all the products they produce, but these are the let me just research. Universal Robina products. Chips, my favorite. Let me see. Products. What are their products? Long shelf life. Of course, chips. Coffee. Oh, cup noodles. Nissin. What is this? Yeah, and there you have it. Noodles. Those are your products. See that? Now, let's see. So, throughout the quarantine phase, slow movement, yeah, but at least it's climbing up. But now, let us see here, because people might be taking profit. This is the nearest support that I see or URC. Okay, we have to acknowledge that, and let us see if it will break that level, or we might have some more, because this candlestick actually, because it's very near your resistance, this could already be a sign of it's a bearish signal. But if we have another red candlestick, then that's really a confirmation that we might revisit your previous support. And now that we are higher than MA20 line, it could even drop again at the MA20 level and bounce over there. So I'm just plotting it there. Okay, 124.98. Just in case we will have some more dips because of this candlestick I see as a bearish candlestick. However, we can never tell. Tomorrow the price starts much higher and do break our resistance, then that's a much even better story. Next one is home. Home is just stabilizing, third day being here, so we are still going to use that as our support area, because third day it didn't really make much movement, just respecting this price area. Each time it gets hit, slight bounces happen, so we might see stabilization happening right there, or slowly we will be bouncing. Next one is AGI. Oh, I already talked about this. Oh yeah. Next is MWC. MWC has, well, this is the support. Where's your support? Could be this. Yeah. Okay. So this is the support that I see at the moment. Okay, do you see this line? I mean, consolidation that happened here. This one too, and this is your resistance. There are slight overshoots, either to the upside or lower than the support line, because that's the true nature of it. It's when you plot a support at the 12.19, expect that it could either bounce slightly higher or slightly lower in that on that area. So right now I'm just using this as a possible support, provided it continues to move higher. Right now I just do not like how your MA20 line is forming. It's like it's bowing. So normally when you see that, normally it's there's profit taking that's happening, selling that's happening, and besides it started to move higher, and then people have already started taking profit. We were in an uptrend direction previously. Look at that. Okay, hold on. This used to be your channel, your uptrend channel, but it got broken. On this day, it got broken, it slightly bounced, and then over here, so we don't really know. We might have some more dips, but currently 12.9 is the nearest. I'm not saying it will automatically bounce there, but we're just acknowledging the fact that there is a support nearby, and we saw this as well, previous resistance. So really feel like something's going to happen here. Okay, provided it does not break the 12.19. Next one is SECB. As for SECB, still stabilizing. Yeah, there you have it. Still support over here. I'm using that as a support area. So your call. Would you like to start accumulating, or you still want to see some more confirmation to the upside? In the meantime, I just really feel that we are going to stabilize. This used to be a resistance over here. We'll be stabilizing. You're already at the oversold, but it's also starting to climb up. So we just need more volume. Right now, volume is not that much. And then if you have more volume, then you will potentially bounce. This used to be the bottom over here. Hopefully we don't have to go back to that, and just simply respect the support that we have plotted here. RLC. RLC also has revisited a previous support. This used to be our support, guys. Look at that. Stabilizing sideways over here for how many weeks? And then we managed to move higher. And remember that when we bounce, normally your previous resistance or previous support will break out of that, we bounce, and then we retest. It goes back to that level and then it pushes the price higher again. So that's something you need to also consider. 14.22 is the support area that we are currently looking at. So if you want to start accumulating, your call. As for Manila mining, which is an inquiry here, would it reach 50 centavos? I think that's still far from reality at the moment. Look at the volume, 134 for today, okay, and there's not much volume unless we have some jockey players. One day it'll uh, you know invest in this stock and then they will push the price higher, because look at that, 1.71 billion market cap. That price level is easy to you know uh, somehow manipulate. Not manipulate because they're cheating, but if you have a big volume or high volume of shares, you could easily push the price higher there. So that's 1.71 billion on market cap. What about MRC? 1.98. So see that 1.98, and then it did a ceiling play over here. So how much more with MA, with MA? I hope you were able to get in at a cheaper price, but imagine like how much is just in one day's performance. That's already good 10%, but you just have 134 traders there. So there you have it. For me personally, this is a not so popular stock. One thing we need to be extra careful of when we're dealing with a not so popular stock is the fact that sometimes the plays there are short term, 1 to 3 days, and then it doesn't follow through, and then it takes a long time. Being if you're stuck, it takes a long time to recover. So if you have the option to choose a different stock, choose the stocks that are highly traded. That way, if you are ready to sell, it would be executed faster. And like here, even if you are already, you're ready to sell or buy at the amount it is stating, but if there are no buyers because there are no traders here, then you'll still be stuck. All right. AXLM. AXLM also started to recover. However, there's an MA20 line over here. So just in case, the market gives you a chance again, as let's say it takes profit anywhere from 1.88 to 2.15, I feel is already a good area to start buying some shares or accumulating some volume, because 1.88 for several days we've been just bouncing within that area, so it strengthens the support. So plus of course the previous bottom that we have here. Next is finally Dito. Dito also recovered today. There you have it. Oh, just be extra careful though, because your MA20, as you can see here, got rejected. So I'm still going to plot the support in this area, because market might give you a chance over here. 2.56. Okay, so that's an area, and plus here. So we might see some stabilization before it goes up again. We even managed to reach very close to 4 peso level, and now people just took profit, and hopefully it just recovers soon. And 2.56 is our support. Overall, we're still very dependent on the news. Sometimes technical analysis can be negated by whatever news that we receive. So watch out. But if you are a long-term investor, you don't really mind it, regardless of the few cents difference here. If they already have the money or you have the money, if you're a long-term investor, you can already uh, plug in your shares here or your entries anywhere from 2.56 to 2.74. Okay, so there you have it. That's our August 6th pre-open. Okay, pre-open technical analysis for your requested and trending stocks. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching and good luck in your trades later. Okay, bye bye for now.